dock down on the side of this bloody thing. Turn on this puppy dog and make sure it's working. And then with a bit of luck, we are in a situation where, hey, have you been following World's Strongest Man, Ray?
I'm watching Matt Rhodes on Instagram.
Quite dramatic.
Yeah. He's been like a journalist. So
yeah, I think it's transitioning, like all things. It's transitioned across a little bit. It's been a big change, but Lawrence Charley, who was in fact Lawrence Charley was actually on the Arm Wars episode on Friday. That we did sort of the crossover episode on Friday. And Loz was on there, and it's amazing, really, the amount of publicity at the moment that World's Strongest Man and Strongman generally is getting. It's going absolutely through the roof. So it's been quite good. And watching the first time, I don't know whether you got World's Strongest Man on the TV over in Latvia.
No.
Do we get it over here? But it's only at Christmas time. Like Christmas, usually New Year's Day, actually, funnily enough, is when they would show World's Strongest Man here in the UK. And it's become like a tradition. It's a massive tradition, and they always show it at that time. And it's been really funny because usually you'd see the thing and there's nobody in the crowd, and it's super, super quiet, like five or 10 people in each corner. And this time it looks like it's been absolutely ridiculous. It's like the place is absolutely jam full. So that's been quite good. So for anybody who's over there, World's Strongest Man, hope you've enjoyed yourselves. And congratulations on the new winner, World's Strongest Man, that I'm not going to ruin for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Fix. Ray, it's show 149.
We are very close to 150.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
150.
150.
That's impressive.
150. It is. Weekly shows. Wow. That's we've done a few of these puppies.
Yeah, weekly. But
yeah. Hey,
as constant as we can be.
So. Yeah, pretty. We've had a few intermittent breaks, but not a great deal. There's not been a lot of time that we've been away from the thing. So overall, it's been pretty impressive. And it's funny watching. I've been in thoughtful mood today. After watching, I'm knackered because I've been obviously right in the thick of things with World's Strongest Man and so on, and just watching that. It's been quite interesting just since the pandemic, over probably the last, I would say there's been a real shift from around 2016, 2017 on all strength sports and the notoriety around that. And then big time shift during the pandemic for arm wrestling. And since the pandemic for arm wrestling, big time shift in terms of the notoriety and the popularity of the sport. Amazing, really is. It's really. Have you seen a big uplift in Latvia?
Yeah. I have people coming in to the sport that been just either followed Larry Wheels, that got into arm wrestling, and then they're like, oh, he's Latvian, and then we had people who follow us on Voice of Arm Wrestling, and then they just come in. So it's and we have, like, in last, I would say 3 years, 2-3 new clubs, which is pretty big for Latvia. Like it's we have very small communities. So very, very happy with the growth for sure.
It's funny, isn't it? Latvia is one of those like little hotspots of arm wrestling. Like Bulgaria was always one, and there's various countries that were always little hotspots of arm wrestling excellence, where you get one a big country, not necessarily a big population, but would turn out some very, very serious pullers. Guy Ellen with a biggity bong in the charts. Nice, mate. But yeah, Latvia, if you look at it sort of pro rata for the number of arm wrestlers, you've got some really, really solid talent over there, haven't you? Really, really solid lads. And Tom's looks amazing. Who's coming up now?
Tom's, yes. Yeah.
He's the next in line, isn't he? the Latvian machine.
He's at this point he's ranked number 3 overall with right arm. That's how good he is.
And how's the MF chef going on?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Not even close.
Hey, so our first topic tonight, for anybody who looked at the title of tonight.
I haven't looked at the title of tonight. Devin Laratt is massive.
Massive. He got on the scale. It showed him on the scale. I tried to buzz him earlier on, but I've been in and out of the studio. I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing around like a frigging bee. So I haven't managed to talk with Dev the other day. Talked a couple of days ago, but we didn't talk about his weight at all. But it looks like he's approaching the 300-pound mark, which I certainly didn't know. I don't know about you, whether you'd spoken to him. Did you know he was that big?
Nope.
No, I didn't. I didn't know he was anywhere near that big, actually. Quite surprised, quite shocked. Yeah. I don't know what that does.
Hey, he's the world champion at 240, 50, something like this.
Yeah, around the 250 kilos. So
that's a lot of weight to drop if you ever want to defend your title, right?
Well, it's just weird. I mean, I'm going to ask Engin, actually. Engin, ladies and gentlemen, the enigma of rage in the mother fluffing house.
Enigma of rage and enigma of age.
Yeah, the enigma of rage and the enigma of age on one show.
Yeah.
Which one is the age?
Of course, the enigma of age, right? Because he's only 14 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Engin were the same age.
Tonight. You look young when he came on. I thought, fucking hell, he looks younger. Which is quite unusual for Ray. How are you doing, Engin?
I just had a podcast with Brendan Assessor and David Samusha.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. Didn't know that. Didn't know you just done that. How was the mood, mate? Was Brandon in confident mood? That lad looks like he's working hard. I saw some posts on his social media, and he looked in ridiculous condition.
Yeah, he said that he's gonna win. Yeah, it is great. I don't understand when people are making fun with others. You know, I'm talking about some people. Like, I mean, they need to believe it. They need to dream it. You know, they need to be confident. Like, they may lose, but you cannot expect them to go there with fear and I'm gonna lose or something. That is not champion mind. You know, if anyone is going there by thinking that he's gonna lose, then he better not even accept that match. You know.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? I think the whole mood really of and this actually is going to segue into our second topic tonight, but we'll touch on it now. I don't want to go too early into it because we're going to start with Devin, just because of his sheer friggin' size from what's come up.
You know he's going to be that big? Did you tell him he's going to eat up?
Had he told you that he was coming in that big?
I mean, I told you guys that, I told people that I saw him 290.5 on the scale, and people said, oh, it's not true. And then it was 293.8. Of course, he ate something, but, the guy is big, the guy is big. He will come there, empty stomach, no clothes, 290, I think. My opinion, if not bigger.
I had no clue it was that big.
Yeah, I see some people thanking, for thank you guys, thank you for the support. Yeah. See, somebody said, the Benji said that Engin would beat everyone on this stream, right? I don't know. I don't think that these guys would agree with me. I know the bottom left one from my side, on the stream is the top right side. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure Raymond would disagree. Neil may agree because he is out of shape. He doesn't even train,
Oh, yeah, terrible condition. I am of the opinion that both Engin and Ray would probably crush me. I would hope so at this stage. To be honest, it may, both these lads. It's not really fair to talk about me in the same.
So, are you coming out of retirement, Engin? Are you finally coming out of retirement?
I'm hoping. I did.
Have the stem cells worked?
After, listen, don't show me your forearm. Whenever you show your forearm, like to me, like I can't take you seriously, you know. Just at least just like act. I'm joking. Today I did the first time pull-ups. I think, as far as I remember, it was the first pull-ups after the bicep injury. But I will tell you something. This is chin-up, because I'm not native English speaker. This is pull-up. And what is this one, the parallel bar?
Neutral or parallel?
Okay, well, I understand, but what, pull or chin or what?
Well, I would just describe it as a pull-up.
These are chin-ups. These are chin-ups. These are pull-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
I think this is chin-up.
No.
Yeah.
Facing you, chin-ups, pull-ups.
For me, the way that arm
the wrong stream. Come on, people in the comments, because
none of them are really pull-ups or chin-ups the way that we do them, because arm wrestlers always do half range stuff. We stay in the range of arm wrestling motion in the main, so it all varies a little bit from, you know, but no more than CrossFit with the kipping. You know, we've got our own range. But how is the arm after the stem cells hanging? Interestingly, how has that worked for you? Because I heard Devin, I heard John, Jerry, various other people have said that it takes time, but after a few months, you really do notice the difference. Have you experienced that same thing?
My friend, they didn't use their own cells. You know, I use my own cells, and my own cells are also old. I'm sure it helped, but I don't know how much it helped. I really don't know. But I am, my fingers, everything is more connected. You know, like whenever I have some, like if somebody was trying to top roll me, I usually try to, you know. Now I feel like it holds on. You understand? Because
what about your wrist? Is your wrist okay?
Here to middle knuckles of the fingers, I did it. Yeah, the wrist also did it. I mean, it's not bad. It's everything is like okay, but I'm not there. You know.
You did injections also here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
hurt like crazy.
Just here and maybe wrist. Or...
No, I couldn't even move. Like they were like this. Like you couldn't even bend them like this. It was just like so full. But they told me to take collagen, you know, while, you know, but my stomach hurts. I can't take anything, you know. So like I think that maybe it would be more effective if I could use like collagen or something, you know, which is.
So let me just be brutal here, right? I'm gonna go pinging in out of left field. The other day, I'm in the car and I stop and I'm getting a Starbucks. Funny story here, guys. I'll tell you this happened. It really pissed me off. You know, when you go, if you ever doing anything and you're like on the phone and you're distracted a little bit and you're getting on with your normal everyday routine, but you do things slightly different. I did the classic while I was listening to you guys the other day, and I blame you two 100%. Because you had me quite interested in the podcast. So I get a coffee from Starbucks. And what I always do is I'm talking on the phone. And when I'm talking on the phone, I'll just, you know, I've got two phones. I've got a business phone and a standard phone. Like them. So I get to the car and I always just chuck my phone on the passenger seat, right? So I chuck one phone on the passenger seat and I'm talking on the other one. And it's just like an autopilot thing. So the other day, I'm listening to you on the podcast and I get there. And I've got a drink in one hand and I'm listening to you on the phone. You can probably guess what I did. Like a twat. I opened the car door and flung my venti caramel macchiato all over the fucking passenger. I literally just chucked it in like it was my phone. And only when it landed and decimated all over my car did I think, it wasn't my phone. Really, really pissed me off. So I've got to get that valeted now. But back to the story. When I'm actually on there, I hear you two guys start giving it the old about potentially having a match. What do you think? Who wins that match? Let's go.
Engin comes out of retirement. I told him I'm going to be his first easy day if he just to test him. So
listen. Anyone who tells me, can I be an easy day for you? I wouldn't pull against that guy, you know. That guy, I know it's kind of strategy, but coming like that to a super match, either come to win or don't even offer such a match, you know.
First of all, I wouldn't pull my stipulations with no 3 rounds, no best of 5, 6 rounds, wherever that is.
Yeah.
And then I mess up your day.
And it's gonna be easy day, as you said.
No, it's gonna be terrible day.
Okay, well, yeah, say it that way. Say it that way so that you like, you know.
Hey, but
like,
I was just thinking maybe you want to get an easy road, you know, to get back started, you know, if you ever return.
Yeah, but you said that, you know, you want to be my easy day, and then now you said it's gonna be hard day. You know, I don't understand what you're saying, but you don't wanna turn me to green.
You wouldn't like it. You can't say you wouldn't like when he's angry. He's always angry.
Yeah. So
you don't want to make Engin angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
yeah. See, there is a guy, Buddy Hale. Engin, there's thanks for everything you're doing for Atlas and arm wrestling fans. All these guys here together, we love arm wrestling. I'm sure that if we are not sleeping, it's not too late. I, Ray, and Neil, we could talk about arm wrestling forever. Just throw there Devon as well, but not Mindagos. He knows too much. Like we are not at his level. We are not at his level. So except Mindagos, yeah.
I love him. Hey, I absolutely love him. Mindagos Terasatis.
How can you not love him? He's the guy, you know.
He's
unique personality. Unique personality. I love those guys that not like ordinary, but totally different, you know. Like sounds like alien. They have their own unique perspective, you know. Like, but I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dying here. I'll send them this. You sound like alien.
Yeah, it's just alien.
It's true.
Neil is normal. You are the normal guy too. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not get off topic. We've got plenty of things to talk about. Let's say theoretically that you come out of retirement, Engin. The last time I saw you pulling, I'm trying to get my dates in line here, but I think it was via
Arthur match last time.
Was that before or after Dobrin?
No, first I pulled Dobrin, and then I pulled Arthur. I was 2-0, but while the round 2, like maybe 2 seconds before I pin him, my bicep went like tick, 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 you know.
Oh, okay.
But I, how to say, because I took everything, you understand? I took everything.
Yeah.
So I was able to pin. But when the round 3 came and everything started from the middle, like the things totally changed. I couldn't continue. It was 2-1, you know, I was winning, but of course he won because, I mean, I couldn't stay in the super match, so he won.
I don't know whether you've noticed this intimidation technique.
What is this guy doing? Just like a stone age.
It's talking about the match or start training my pronator.
You're already doing it. He's already got training now.
There is no pronation training that could intimidate this guy. Just maybe try someone else. Not the pronation training. Do something about wrist, lat, like whatever you want. But when you say a pronation, we do like, and I'm like, oh no, you know.
He's like specialist subject.
Yeah.
And wrist pronator. It's interesting though, isn't it? Because you've lost a lot of weight, Ray. So what are you weighing right now, Ray? Like 82, 83 or something? Where are you now?
Weight?
Yeah.
In the morning was 82.5.
So 82. And Engin, what are you, like 90?
No.
With what I have altogether this morning, 94.5, because I'm targeting 85 by the end of the summer. But like if I was as ripped as Ray, I would be like 75, 77. But
tell you what, I can smell a match.
And Neil, how much do you weigh?
What, me?
Yeah.
I think
no scale shows.
700 kilos.
Error.
727 kilos.
About that.
You are not. You are 127? Are you serious?
727 kilos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think I'm about 110, 111. Somewhere around there. Fat. Yeah.
You should have said that. We do.
It's really bad. Yeah, no. They're like, yeah, I know. No, really, bad Nick. But
Neil, I will show you something. Let's see if you will
a pair of side tick clippers, is it?
remember. Do you remember this?
I do remember this.
You remember?
Yes,
Okay.
mate, Italy. World Championship trophy.
That was your first world title. Your first world title.
Yes. Yeah, loved it. Good times. Great event. Out on the lake the next morning, Engin. Loved it, mate. Absolute quality. I was knackered, I'll grant you that, but it was very good. I've been up all night. Good evening, mate. It was. Yeah, and you're targeting 85 kilos by the end of the summer. Now, I've got to dig into this, Engin. Is that because you've got
short term? Yes. The long term, maybe even the category below 75.
Ooh.
Engin's in shape with abs. Imagine that.
There's a lot of matches for you around there, mate. A lot.
It's bad lighting. I need better lighting for that.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, I'm not interested about this part.
I know.
I'm interested about your here and here, and then after that
Here and
then,
here. Yeah. Broke back and brought back worse.
Here.
Yeah.
And here. And here.
Oh, that doesn't. I don't know why. It just doesn't like. I would say, like I can't even. Oh, I mean, while I'm sleeping or something. Yeah, possible. Yeah.
You can't get your head around that, can you?
Oh my God, you will have nightmares.
So, I think don't let this go now. Don't either of you bottle it. If you're actually working on something, if you've got it in your mind, if you can picture the other guy and think, that's my jam, you got to make it happen. Got to make it happen. Get a weight agreed, get it done. Let's go. I think it could be a great match. I think it'd be really good fun in straps.
What are you talking about?
You and Ray. I love that match in straps.
Oh, I thought you want to pull Engin.
I'm pulling it.
Yeah.
But I weigh like the weight of a.
Yeah. Hey, I think you are closer in weight than I am with Engin.
Yeah, closer now. Yeah. Let me knock over a couple of these super chaps that have come in.
But I could get massive. I could get massive.
To the arm.
Yeah.
2023. That's my aspiration.
+2 kilos.
When he said, I'm feeling better, my arm's healing up, I immediately jumped on him with that one. I said, look, it's going to happen. And I've got loads of, and some of the opponents that I put his way, I think they were good opponents. I think I've got, and you weren't one of them actually, Ray, but that's another one. Yeah, it could be very interesting. Let's knock over some of these super chats. So, NWUK1, the man that's going to go. I know Engin has his own promotion, but can we please get Engin versus Ray on an Arm Wars? The behind the scenes of Engin in the house would be top quality. Mate, you never know what can happen. But first of all, need to know if the Enigma is genuinely fit and genuinely coming back. And what's the situation with that?
Yeah, but I for sure, if I come back, I owe you that, Neil. That's for sure. Yeah, I would listen. Even if you don't come back and pull, you still got to come over, regardless. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I owe you. You know, I owe you. Like you and I, we've been friends like 30 years, and then you have been organizing Arm Wars like 2 decades, and then me never being there, it just like doesn't sound right, you know.
I just thought of it, like how much fun Engin would have at an Iron House.
Oh my mate,
the matches.
It is happening. I don't care how.
Just put a mic on him and a camera on him, and that's it.
Mate, I have a dream, right? I think that one of the best ways we could do it would be some kind of a sort of in the presence of greatness thing with like blended into an Iron House. So you gather just this collective of weirdos. Like, you know, we did the Gathering in Vegas, a bit like that, but like just all-time standout pullers from different weights. And maybe do like, we have East versus West. We could do old versus new. You could be the new Ray.
Yeah. Many things we can do. There is one guy who's asking, Engin, you think you versus Rez Serdekyan would be good? My friend, I have been in 2 events with Rez Serdekyan. One, I won right and left gold. And then the other one, I sent him B-sides, but he came back and then he beat me. And yeah, so I need to be in super shape. Rez Serdekyan is one of the strongest left arm pound for pound for sure, one of them. And one guy says Mindaugas Tarasaitis versus Engin. Lord help us. I pulled him already. We did right and left super match last time. I beat him 10-0. Sorry, Mindaugas.
10-0. I beat him 10-0.
Yeah. What can I do? The guy just asked, so. Burzing versus Engin. No, I don't want. I know that I really am too small for him. And yeah, Neil. Yeah, we need to do something together, brother.
Oh, mate, it's got to happen. So I'm going to ask you a serious question on this, because I'm not joking.
Oh, who's coming?
Look at that. The mighty Doug Ehrlich is in the house.
Was he before Doug or Douglas Ehrlich? Or did he?
With Engin, he's Douglas.
Douglas, can you turn your phone sideways? So
I know, I got it.
Yeah. Now we see you better.
Let's knock over these some more super chats. Agent of Chaos, thank you for your super chat, mate. He's put, Coach Ray, do you ever watch other coaches' training ideas? And do you ever disagree with how Giannis or Sanders train?
Of course, I watch how everyone else trains, of course. And of course, we disagree on some things. Everyone does. Everyone has their own perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What's the question? What was it? Sorry.
It was, does Ray watch other coaches? So will Ray actually take in what other coaches put on their channels or some of the stuff they put out? And does he ever disagree with Sanders, Giannis, and some of the other coaches that he would watch?
Everyone has, everyone you ever meet will know something you don't. You should just listen. Not everything you will use, not everything you will find place to use that thing, but you should always listen and you should figure out, so.
Just while we're on this, does anybody clock the arm on Doug? Look at Douglas there. He looks shredded up. They're ready. It's not far off now, Doug. Not far, mate.
Only 10 days, they will be here. 10 days they will be here. And then, what's your weight, Douglas?
I'm right at 85.
85 kilo or 85 pounds, 185 pounds.
85 kg, right at it.
Wow.
On weight.
Somebody's coming dangerous.
I'll put on at least 4 or 5 more on the way during my rest period. I'll gain some weight because I won't be working out. I just left my last practice, actually. Just left.
Where have you been, mate?
Well, I went over and there's this, this past weekend I went to Atlanta and had a few drinks. Oh, way too many, actually. I just went over to this Panhandle Pullers group over here in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, and trained with these guys. And just not anything too taxing. I don't want to be. I didn't want, just going over some angles and setups and stuff like that.
Yeah. Last minute micro adjustments. All the work's done now, isn't it?
Yeah, all the work's done now. I'm not getting any stronger, any more endurance, nothing between now and then. So I just, all the work's done. Whatever I've got is what I'm going to show up with. And, I wanted to just go over there and feel connected one more time, because that rest period, the day or two before the match, I feel so loose. I'm like, man, I don't feel connected. It feels like it's not there. But then once I water load and do a warm up, everything just locks in.
Yeah,
I know you're confident, mate. And I want our second topic tonight, which I want to get onto in a minute. We'll knock over these super chats. Our second topic tonight, and I'm interested to see people in the chat commenting on this. The East versus West card, the other day I watched a couple of things on there, and I watched yourself, RVJ, and Paul actually earlier today. And you guys were talking on there about the fact that most people will probably see you as heavy underdogs in all cases. Then I'm on another channel, and it's Tell Me I'm the Greatest, Travis Pageant's channel with Artem Taranenko. Get over there, check that out, guys, if you haven't already. And the same thing. Travis is saying, you know, all these guys, we are sending over a who's who of arm wrestling. And in my mind, I'm thinking, maybe these guys all get beaten. And I know that in your mind, Paul Lynn's mind, Rob Vigent's mind, Devin Laratt's mind, everybody that is going over, you've just come off the phone with Brandon Elsesser. I know he feels the same. There is a massively rich vein of confidence going through this team, you know, but let's play devil's advocate for a minute, okay? And let's say you believe that these guys are heavy, heavy underdogs and that the East team is way stronger. Who's the biggest upset? Who would be, number one, the biggest upset if they pulled it off? And who do people feel like you're going for yourself straight away, are you, Doug?
Doug. I go for Doug. If Doug
You're going for Doug as well.
Yeah.
Who've you got, Engin? Who's the biggest potential upset on the card?
In a good way.
Oh, you mean that, like, if like, who is the biggest underdog from the West, and then
Yes.
will cause the biggest upset if they win?
Yeah, and let's give you an example. In the tonight's thumbnail, the reason I've put Zirakashvili on there is because Irakli, if you'd have said to me, okay, Irakli's going to win this match, and he's going to win this match in a dead wrist press, I would have thought you're nuts. I would have thought, don't be stupid. He is not beating, that man is not beating John Brzezinski in a dead wrist press.
Yeah. Nobody.
No
If
way.
I have $10,000 before the match, you come to me and say, if John top rolls Irakli is gonna beat him with dead wrist, I would bet you $10,000 right away.
Now, when we do the mental maths, as we all do, and all you guys at home will do the mental maths, as you all do, you start going through the scenarios, you start seeing the angles, you start seeing the matches. Who do you guys think is the biggest single upset potential on the card? Is it Doug?
Yes. I think if Douglas beats Daniel Prokopchuk, it will be the biggest thing on that night. Biggest, because Douglas beat Ray, but still he needs to prove himself world level more. While Rob Vigent, you know, this guy has wins over John Brzezinski, Marcio, Chaffee, you know, like many guys, you know, this guy like has already proved himself against the best in the world. And Adam beat him Bojidar, and his opponent is the one that needs to prove himself. And Pauline, people, because he's such a nice guy, he doesn't talk so much. He's not like cocky guy. And he always shows himself like underdog. And he really, like, I don't know how he does, but people doesn't really understand how strong that guy is. That guy is very, very, very dangerous guy. And probably one of the most explosive guy on that card that we will see, together with Alijan. Maybe Alijan will be even more explosive. But so what I'm just saying that, like, I think that Douglas beating someone like Daniel, it doesn't mean that in my eyes he's underdog. But I'm just saying that from the general perspective, what people are thinking, Douglas, what people are thinking about Daniel, they are putting Daniel to like a all different level. And so that is why if Douglas beats Daniel, then I think that everyone will be shocked. And maybe also Tobias beating Laratt, because Laratt's name is much bigger. But like when we realized that, like Morozov, he toppled Morozov when Morozov is trying to go outside against Tobias. So I think that is something that he proved at the really high level, you know.
Has anybody seen anything of Vitaly on the left arm recently? Have you seen anything on that, Ray? Vitaly left-handed, competitive lefty in recent.
He pulled the tournament right after the King of Table, like 2 weeks later, after his match with Chafee.
How'd that go?
And he destroyed everyone there. So
Yeah, because I personally haven't seen him active on the left, and I do rate Tobias very, very highly, particularly his hand and wrist. I think Tobias has a great hand and wrist. I do believe he'll start as underdog. I mean, do you all have him as underdog?
yeah.
But he would be a lesser for me. He's definitely not the biggest upset potential for me. I actually feel like I'm going to say probably Cody Merritt is up there with the upset potential as well, because he's big enough, and if he can get pissed off and really make himself elusive, make himself hard to deal with just on sheer size.
You said pissed off?
Yeah,
Cody?
exactly. He's like, Cody is the nicest guy in the world. You never see that guy. He's a very principled lad. He's not the kind of guy who would be trying to push the boundaries on the setup. He just isn't. And I feel like Alijan is unbelievably dynamic, unbelievably explosive. But you do feel like if Cody could make himself elusive and arm wrestle weak, arm wrestle like he's the weakest man in the room and sort of run away a little, he could make it difficult for him. And that, for me, would be a big upset. Because have you got Alijan as a favorite, Ray?
I have it right in the middle. I have it. I'm picking 50-50 because there's a lot of unknowns.
To talking about like what Cody has done till today, and the weight difference is about 120 pounds. And to say that if Cody wins, it is like a biggest shock of the night, I kind of disagree. I don't think that it would be a shock for either side to win. Cody is not a joke. Cody is one of the best guys. Yeah,
he's really good. But in my mind, it would be a shock. I've got Alijan. I think on
Alijan played every position.
dynamism.
But we don't know if he somehow loses his wrist, how effective he can be. I don't think that. So it's all up to if Cody takes his hand or Alijan hooks him.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? If Cody can stand his knuckles up, see the back of his hand, make himself really awkward. He's such a big man. He is. Then it's tough to gather someone in within the rules. You know what I mean? And he's going to be strictly enforced. So I think that would make Alijan's life a lot more difficult. But going back to what Ray was saying, you think that Doug would be the biggest upset on the card if he was to beat Daniel?
Yeah.
Is that where you're at, Engin? Yeah.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yes, I know Ray does.
I think even Doug does.
I see that match. I don't see that match. I see that match a close match. I'm only saying that it will be biggest upset. It is because how the community sees Daniel.
Yeah.
But for me, I will not be surprised if Douglas win that match. It doesn't mean that I think Douglas is gonna win. I think that they both have a chance to win. Also, listen, Neil, I'm the organizer. Don't ask me more about.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
Listen, there's no way I can't ask you more about that. We're going to dig into. I want to dig into that technically in a moment. I really do.
Buckle up because it's happening.
Well, the funny thing is, it's the whole we talked about Mindnagus, right? And we're all very aware of where Mindnagus has opened little chinks of daylight. We've seen some vulnerability. Now, there is common ground there because we know where he's basically at in comparison with Justin. We know that Doug's had some experience with Justin. We know they had a little bit of after-table stuff, I believe, at the last event with Mindnagus. And I know you've studied extensively where Mindnagus exposed, Daniel. And I want to get into that in a minute. But let's knock over these super chats first and we'll come back to that. So first of all, Silky Wilkie, my man, in the chat. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate your support as always. He's put, with Michael Todd having more supination available to him now, does his pronator gain any advantage from range of motion? Also, what is the equivalent to a pronation power band in positions where pronation is most intense? My big thing with Mike is how much adjustment he's made to being reliant on the King's move, and whether we see him go back to his old style of arm wrestling, where he becomes more aggressive because he can get tighter and he does have better range of motion. Because me personally, if you take sort of the technical nuance out of the thing, I used to really, really love watching Michael Todd arm wrestle before his arm was destroyed, before we had all the damage and the scar tissue and the bone issues within the elbow. He was a very, very entertaining arm wrestler. Some of my favorite arm wrestling matches involved Mike back then. And I wonder whether in his brain he's still going to embrace those extreme outside movements, that extreme pronation. Because when you think about it, if he's lost anything in that environment, Michael is not actually the biggest guy. This is a man that came up from the sort of 85, 90 kilo environment, not certainly around 90 kilo, and then progressed through the weights. He's not a giant. He's not like Devin. He's not a guy with a massive frame, a massive hand. Big, solid hand, decent frame, but by no means a giant. And I'm actually interested to see where Michael's headspace is at with that. We will see. I hope he starts to do more, and I hope in a way he doesn't necessarily pursue that number one spot anymore. I'd like to see Mike in a lot of more mid-range matches, the sort of 242-pound environment, and getting involved with some of the guys that are not necessarily the very, very best in the world, but really solid. Because I think if he does that, it'll do his PR a great deal of good, because that lad can really arm wrestle. People underrate how good Michael is. He can pull. He really can pull. Unorthodox, but the lad can arm wrestle. And I'll shut up and let the other guys answer the question. I'll read it for you again, guys. So Silky Wilkie, he's put, with Michael Todd having more supination available to him, now does his pronator gain any advantage from his new range of motion? Also, what is the equivalent to a pronation power band in positions where pronation is most intense? And anybody want to take that on, guys?
I can take the first part.
Okay.
So Mike couldn't supinate his arm. Now he can supinate more, right?
Yes.
So definitely that will take away from the Kings, because most of the time he was just stuck in that position, because you cannot hook him. Maybe now they can hook him.
I wonder whether he fears that.
It doesn't matter if he fears or not, but
it's the tightness, isn't it? If he was always a very confident hook puller before he had the elbow issues.
But the problem was he couldn't have a range of he couldn't come closer. You know, to pull good in a hook, you need to be closer. We see what guys do crossing him. You know, he's a much different arm wrestler than he was because of the range of motion restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this thinking like how it's going to change Mike, and it definitely will change Mike. And we'll see. We'll see. Will he evolve, or you know? Yeah.
I agree, Ray. I think it's more here than anywhere.
Of course.
I think it's whether Michael. It's not necessarily what he is capable of doing. Mm-hmm. It's whether he's capable or willing to. Whether he wants to adapt, whether he wants to go back there, or whether he feels now more mentally comfortable with doing what he's been doing for the last, bloody hell, 7-8 years or more. You know, he's really, really gone that route. And also, I'm sure that he doesn't want to go back to having damaged elbows. And let me tell you now, Michael used to wrestle in the most ridiculous, horrific positions, very like Frode Haugland. He's one of the guys that would scratch to the red line. He would go really in some terrible spot. Unbelievably entertaining to watch, but clearly with a detriment to the guy physically. And I don't think he'll want to go there again.
You guys are saying that Michael, like people couldn't hook Michael because his arm was not turning that way. It was not because of his pronation strength.
I think a little bit of both, thinking. I think Michael harnessed. He evolved into doing something in a very specific manner. And I think that, to be honest, there were times when Michael's King's move was phenomenal.
So,
you know,
do you think that, you know, like whenever Michael is doing this kind of bicep poses, so his arm was like this, he was not supinating in like this when he was there? I think I can go and find some photos of him that he is doing like full bicep poses.
Yeah,
the hands are.
You could. I think Michael.
Like
I think Michael knew that he had the issues with the joint lock, and I think he was training that very hard. In fact, I know he was.
But do you understand what
he was doing with the King's move, and he gravitated towards doing that better.
But do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying something different, Neil. Like if his arm is not supinating, we cannot find any bicep pose of him like this. All of them needs to be like this. So
not so much the supination was the issue, mate. It was the tightness.
Okay, because the question was about now he can supinate. Before he was not able to supinate.
No, it was the range of motion, being able to get tight.
Yeah, it is turned to himself.
This is the right arm where my finger is.
Yeah.
See, the knuckle is facing forward.
No, I can see like here too. Maybe like this, but still it's turning. I see this. I don't see like this totally.
Like this.
Like
But
this is pronation. Anything from this position for arm wrestling is here is like supination. It doesn't need to be fully supinated, but still, you know. Anyway, so.
So we got another super chat from Silky Wilkie just come in. He's put Doug Ehrlich is American. So surely he knows his way around a Daniel defense. He's a straight shot. Give your hardest Doug bolt. Mate, I think Doug is... Well, Doug, you've already started winding Daniel up, haven't you, mate? Started to get the old mental games going.
Yeah, I've sent him some private messages. You know,
how did he respond? Okay. Are you prepared to tell us how he responded to that?
Yeah, he sends emojis and like just short answers. So and he told me good luck, and I told him I didn't need it. So
yeah, I saw he was picking on him. He was picking by message, trying to get in his head, you know. And then Daniel is just short answer. Good luck.
It'll be tougher to give me short answers in person when I see him in the lobby.
Engin, super chat for you's coming, mate.
He will ignore you. Trust me.
I'm gonna follow him around then.
The guy is really smart guy. I'm telling you, he's a surgeon, orthopedic, you know, doctor, you know, just like orthopedic doctor, you know. The guy is, I follow his training as well. That the guy really is developing what he knows instead of copying from other places. The guy is one of the unique guys, but I kind of think that like you may be kind of too big for him, but we will see. Maybe, I don't know. I can't wait.
I got a feeling I'm gonna surprise a lot of people.
Well, you never do know. Like I say, at the and as Engin just said there, at the weight, your frame is much bigger.
What are you, 6'1"?
I'm 6'1". I'm gonna be big, Engin. I'll tell you this. I've been packing the weight on. If you bring a scale to the match day, I'll be every bit of 200 pounds.
You joking me?
No.
I'll be 200 day of the match.
Wow. So you are 187 now with controlling yourself.
Yeah, with complete like my diet's impeccable right now. So
wow.
I'm gonna be big. I've started dirty bulking and gaining some weight. I weighed in with Ray. We were 0.1 under, both of us, and I was over 200 when I saw Ray that morning or that evening.
Bloody hell.
That morning, the morning of our match, I was like 205.
Wow.
When you pull Ray?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's very good.
I mean, now don't mind you, probably 10 pounds of it's water and bloat, but you know, you're gaining I'm gonna pack all that on. I'm gonna try and be as big as I can and put my frame on Daniel.
My friend, the 10-pound water you are talking about, if you are holding that water, it means that your body needed that. Yeah, no, otherwise you wouldn't hold. So it means that is the water that, like, naturally yours, that you just lost temporarily. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah.
So Engin, we got a super chat that's coming for you, mate, here. So from I said no Google. Mate, thanks for your super chat. And he's put, Engin, have you considered having Leonard Harkless as a referee at East versus West?
I didn't think about it.
Okay.
I have a question, Douglas. You will be much stronger than the time that you face Ray.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be a lot stronger. I beat Ray with very minimal effort, so it was I wasn't even really training, So coming in here, yeah. I'm coming in hot, man. I'll tell you that. I'm feeling good, strong. I took my tune-up match at the last East versus West. Now I've got big sights on somebody else after this match. So hopefully I go right through him. I am a lot stronger than I was when I pulled Ray. I'm just messing with taking a little jab at Ray, but I am right now, like every bit of my gym lifts, everything on the table. I mean, everything's 15-20% more right now. Like everything. The guys at practice are having to use bands. Wasn't doing that before. My table output's just it's a lot more right now. So I know. I mean, my numbers at the gym have gone way up because like I said, I was training for around 6 weeks prior to that match. I felt really connected, but I was able to put like traditional gym lifts back in, build like my core strength. All that stuff matters in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
it's not just I had to really condense my training methods in the last one. This one, I was able to branch out and actually structure the training where it wasn't all based around arm wrestling. I was able to build some full body power. So
how much carryover do you get from your sort of core stuff, mate, do you think? So if you're, for example, if you're not doing that and then you go to doing it, do you think most of it's mental, just in yourself? You feel better, you feel more balanced physically, or do you think there's a genuinely big crossover? I think it's probably 60-40 or 70-30, like mental being the 70%. I don't think it carries over too much, but just feeling that much stronger. I think core matters a lot. Your shoulders. I was able to like really work shoulders, and I think your shoulders are very important. So, I had like a tweak in my side delt. I had a tweak. It was like a little back to the rear side, and Robert Baxter put some KT tape on my shoulder, made me feel a little better when I pulled Ray. So that's all healed up. And every time I went sideways, I could feel it tighten up, a little pinch, somebody stabbing me, and it's gone completely. Yeah.
So not only was I barely training, I was also injured. So I was only like 70% when I pulled Ray. So my health was bad.
Amazing.
Diagnosed with all kinds of rare.
You've been talking there just to get a reaction out of me. I'll just say, amazing. I'm amazed, man. I'm amazed.
Yeah, I was going to come in there and go.
I mean, Ray, this is not sounding good.
Neil, today, like two things. One, I saw that Paul Lynn practiced with Todd Hutchings.
Yep.
And the second thing is interesting thing that David Samusha said that he has never seen Gennady like this before. And David Samusha said that 80% is going to beat Devin Laratt.
Was that before or after he knew that Devin Laratt is fucking massive?
I mean, he just thinks that, like Gennady is like he thinks double. Of course, it's not.
Otherworldly strength. Yeah, the weird thing is there, I kind of don't see that match coming down to just size. I think it comes down to awkward and fatigue. I think if Gennadi's so much more powerful that he's made the strength gap not close, then he will need to just crack Devin a number of times. Just put him away. Just finish him. But I kind of, with the size increase, I'm not sure that there's not a loss in outright explosivity and the ability to do that. I think that you get to an optimum level of power, and at some point there will be stops in that match. I find it hard to believe that there won't be any stops in that match. And I think when there are stops, it becomes a very, very difficult day for most guys, because I think that Devin is, from what I felt when he was at the dark card, on the right arm, he felt mega strong. I was surprised, actually. Genuinely. I thought,
Neil,
Jesus, that is strong.
Neil, I don't know how the practice went between Pauline and Tatachings, but if, I don't know about that, but if Pauline was head-to-head with Tatachings,
yep,
like, does it make him like not the underdog anymore against Sasha?
It's a difficult one, Engin, just because of both Todd Hutchins and also, for me, Sasha Andrea are very, very unorthodox, weird pullers. And Sasha's leverage is so short and extreme, and his timing is one of the problems. I do feel like, of all the arm wrestlers out there, probably one of Sasha's biggest weapons is his weird herky-jerky timing. It's kind of, you gotta be there. You gotta feel it. It's really weird. He doesn't time things. He's not linear in his timing. He doesn't arm wrestle in an orthodox manner. He is a very, very strange, very unusual, very unique puller. And because he's so short, if he can put you in a hook, it's a very awkward, weird experience. And I'm
How tall is he?
Oh my God, he's small. I would say 5 foot 5, 6, somewhere. I mean, how tall is he, Ray? Do you know exactly how tall he is?
Who?
Sasha.
Sasha.
How tall would you say he is, really?
Like this.
Yeah, he's not a big, but
And I'm mostly like this to most people. Yeah. And you said if he can put you in a hook, there's about 99% chance he will put you in a hook.
I mean, I think if Pauline tries to go outside or anyone else goes to outside, there are not many people that can do that. Maybe Ongarwev can do that. Maybe John can do that. But other than that, I don't think that like Paul can do. I think that match is gonna go inside anyways,
Yeah, it probably is. I actually think for Paul that there's a momentum situation here, an opportunity involving riding on the bone line between busting Sasha open, just sort of keeping him flat and using that momentum due to the explosivity. I don't think he needs to. In fact, I think it's an absolute mistake if he tries to go top roll. I think he needs to go across and through Sasha to have the best opportunity to win. Not that that's necessarily doable. It's not like, oh, Paul, just do this and you're going to win. Not at all. I don't know, but
Top
I think
roll will not work. Top roll will not. If hey, that would be a big wow. If
that would be fucking
top
wow.
roll.
Yeah, it would. I mean, you only have to look at the guys that have gone there before and failed.
Yeah.
Irakli, unbelievable top roller, couldn't get it. You look at, I mean, some of the matches that he's had with Prudnik. Holy crap. If you go back, I'm sure there'll be somebody somewhere will have made some kind of bloody, documented match background on either one of those guys, whether it be Prudnik or whether it be Sasha. But they've met many times and had many unbelievable death wars. And on every occasion, I believe Sasha won.
Yeah.
He
I
is
think-
so
I think-
difficult to top roll.
I think that you need to put Sasha's pronator more pressure than he can put on yours. So that I
Yes.
think the guy is not really defensive guy. The guy can be defensive if you are trying to top roll him. But whenever like the guys that beating him are the guys that are really controlling his pronator. Because once I think that Sasha's wrist to not to bend back, probably pound for pound, the strongest there.
I agree.
One of them. But
I agree.
about his crashing curling ability, not sure if it is that good. He just gets his position with that incredible inner side.
Incredible
pressure.
turn and surge. And
Yeah.
he's so poorly timed, not poorly timed, brilliantly timed, but unorthodox timing. You'd need to be there. It's a hard thing to articulate, but the guy is weird timing. People in all combat sports, you look for the timing, and arm wrestling is no different. You look to time a guy. You look to see the linearity of his movement, the pattern. And if you can expose that, it gives you a great opportunity. When you've got a guy whose technique is robust, it's joined up, and yet he's really weird timing, it makes life difficult because you can't shape yourself the same. He attacks at weird times. He'll do double and triple hits and then rest point, and then another double hit, and you're like, what the? It's a weird thing to get your head into.
Yeah,
but it feels like somebody's dropped a fucking pile of bricks on your arm.
Yeah, you need to isolate his pronator. Of course, when you say you need to, that there are like maybe a couple of people in his category have chance to do that. Maybe nobody can do. But I think that the way to beat him, people needs to watch the final match of Zolev Hacımurat versus him at 2019 World Championships final match. That was the full control over his pronator, and then Dragon and that strong control over his pronator.
Yes, and almost a fluid movement. No sticking points. No, there was really good fluidity within the movement, and that's key for Paul. I think that he's got to avoid sticking points. He's got to, like you say, if the thing turns in, it's difficult. I mean, could you see the match? Could you see Paul winning in a hook? If Paul wins in a hook, holy shit.
I mean, Paul tried to top roll John. He got crushed, and then he hooked John, gave John hell. And then he tried to top roll Rambek. He lost the match. And then he hooked Ron and beat him like really easy.
Yeah.
And like, I think that Paul, I don't see, he tried to topple Rustam, and you know what happened. And then whenever he went inside, Rustam got injured, but that match didn't look easy for Rustam, that position. Yeah. So what I'm just saying that I don't think that, he should just try to top roll. Top roll in Sasha is you try to top roll him back and then he hits you more. You need to cut the connection between his like forearm is just like he needs to have this connection so that he can hit you. You cannot beat him you cannot control his arm, everything only with your wrist power.
Yes.
You do that, the guy has this connection, he will hit you like crazy. You will get destroyed,
Mm-hmm.
But if you put him like this position to catch him on his bicep, then he won't be able to hit you as hard. So more you put pressure on his pronator, less he will put pressure on you because he will lose that angle,
Yeah.
But somebody is asking about if Sasha's shape. I asked to Christo today, and yeah, he said he's in very good shape. And he wrote that we didn't see him after Rob Vigent match. No, he won the WAF Wars in October. I think end of October he won the WAF Wars. Yeah,
Sasha is a guy. If you allow Sasha to find a balance point in the match, he's going to be extremely difficult to beat. He also has incredible endurance in those deep grinding matches. He will stay and stay. He's got unbelievable endurance. It's a tough match, and I'm sure it's one that Paul relishes. And Paul's so diligent, so professional. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that Paul Lim will have done his homework. I mean, I'm sure he's been breaking matches down, studying positional advantage options. I think it may have spoken to guys like Engin privately. Obviously, we're not going to share that information, but he may have spoken to other guys that have had a measure of success or at least experience pulling with Sasha, because all that can be beneficial. Paul is a diligent guy. So knock over a couple of super chats. V Pose, thanks for your super chat, mate. Thanks for your support always of the channel. Really appreciate it, brother. It really helps us keep the thing rolling. We've also had Phil Woody UK, my man Phil Woody, mate. I'm going to PM you as well about the dark card. Get you over to the dark card to see that thing live. Engin comes to Arm Wars. I'll have a red carpet ready. Well, hopefully 2023, he's coming. We can get him back, whether it's against someone on this call, whether it's against somebody not on this call, who the hell knows. But if the man comes back and he's fit and ready, hey, the matches keep on coming. He's on it now as well. He's seeing it.
Engin, I'll go beat Daniel, and then you beat me, and then boom.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we will see. We will see. I'm just trying to come back. I think this guy, Coach Ray, he's
on your ass here, Coach. He's on you. Not letting you off the hook.
Engin and Ray?
Yeah. Hey, when you joined the call, we'd spoken about a little bit about Devin being massive, which he bloody well is. Outside of that, we got sidetracked onto Coach Ray and Engin. Little bit of, trying to get it rolling, mate. You never do know. Engin's going to lose weight for the summer. I've been saying that since 1976. It's never happened yet. But Engin's going to come down in weight for the summer, try to get around the 85, 90 kilo 65 kilos. Yes?
Yeah, I mean, I can do crazy things. I was 85 kilos, just lost 20 kilos, made 65. But now I really don't have that kind of time and motivation. And I have motivation, like now divided between like organizer and being athlete, so I don't know. I'm just trying to just slowly, like 3 days ago, I trained. Today I did some first time pull-ups for a long time. And then I did some.
One set? Did you do one set or you do many sets?
I did 6 sets, so 6 reps.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm like with clothes, everything I ate, I was like 98 kilo.
Okay.
In the morning, without clothes, empty stomach, 94.5. So 98 kilo. Each arm is pulling 49 kilo. But my plan is till the end of summer, like pulling with like extra 30, 40 kilo on like hanging on my belly, around belly, and then do that. Yeah, if I do that, I may beat you, Coach. Yeah.
I have that problem, Engin. If I go in there and do pull-ups, I've got, let me just weigh each tit, 6 tits. So like 10 kilo a tit. Lots. That's what I have to do. So Phil Woody UK with another super chat. He's come in, he's active. Phil, thanks, mate. He's put, be sure to tune in. MF4 Monster Factory. Is that next weekend? Monster Factory 4
next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next Saturday.
The free weekend before we go into East versus West. Monster Factory 4 is coming at you. 5 p.m. CST. And Phil Woody's going out there. He's actually flying over. Phil, have a safe journey over there, mate. Monster Factory. Who's the headliner on the Monster Factory, guys?
Ron and Pablo.
Yeah, Ron and Pablo.
I got Ron in a screamer.
It's interesting. What about yourself, Ray?
I think Ron will lose the first one, maybe, and then find a way. I mean, I think I don't think Pablo's ever beat him.
Has he not?
I mean, and I know Pablo's better right now, but I don't think he's ever beat him. That's one of the reasons he wanted the match.
Wow. Yeah,
I saw Paul losing against Pablo and beating Rambet not so long ago. Maybe within last 6 months or 8 months. Yeah. Maybe a year, maybe 1 year. Yeah.
I would think that most people will see Pablo as a heavy favorite now, off recent performances. You
never know about Rambet.
No,
I'm betting
you can't
he's
ever
gonna
back against him. The
underestimate.
guy's an absolute frigging warrior. We only have to look back at his career. I mean,
Well, I do know right now he's like, you know, coming back from having the left arm injury and stuff, he's like real anxious to pull again and compete, and he's been doing a lot of full body training and stuff, hitting the gym a lot more than he ever has because he's with Angie, and she's a gym rat. She's pushing him like this is the first time. I mean, shit, he's hitting it really hard.
Yeah.
So
what is Ron's weight right now? Because
I
Pavlo,
don't know.
Ron is
Ron looks
probably near 240, probably.
okay,
yeah,
so
around
Maybe
two.
even more. Maybe even more. When he
Edged
came
up
to
in
Istanbul
size.
last year to pull Zurab, he was 250 or something, or 255. He was.
So we're not allowed to ask Engin because he's bottled it. And as the organizer of the event, I 100% get that, and I would have bottled it myself by now. Just noticed also, guys, we've about 400 people watching this thing, which is remarkable. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to tonight's Fix 149. Really appreciate it. Oh, guys, if you can hit the like button while you're here as well, maybe give us a sub. That'd be awesome. But thank you, everybody, for taking the time, tuning in, checking us out. I want to try and get the rest of the guys a little bit of put it on the block time, because we may not have a chance to go there again. I think everybody now is probably the hard yards are done, the work's done, the prep's done. Everybody knows where they are, and everybody's been, I think, on one of the big channels. Certainly, Engin, you've done interviews now with, I think, everyone. I think, Ray, you've been doing quite a few one-on-ones also with most of the athletes, and we've heard from most of the guys, most notably tonight.
Everyone except Doug.
Yeah,
After today, I'm not messaging you, bro. I'm not messaging you, bro.
Not doing it anymore.
He was gonna.
Actually,
we were
I
supposed to do one this past week, and I never heard.
I was.
That's the only reason I'm talking shit, because I ain't heard from you this week.
Yeah, I was depressed. I get depressed a lot.
Just you can't go into a match with Engin depressed. You're gonna have to pull out
that would cure my depression.
Give you something to focus on.
No, I want to see that match.
Hey,
I didn't know y'all were talking about that before I got on.
we can do it again right now.
Well, Engin keeps retiring and unretiring, and he's like, I'm 73% of what I was, and I'm like, no.
You're hearing this, Engin?
I'll believe it when I'll see it.
Hey, listen.
Okay, what do you want to see exactly?
Enigma of rage across the table.
Oh my!
Well, you're challenging me.
I think I am, yeah.
Oh,
It's
Engin.
official.
Come on, Engin.
You know,
It's official.
listen. Like, this is live. We cannot edit what you just said.
I don't know. I've got a track record.
I'm okay with not editing.
Okay.
I have said a lot of stupid shit. So this will go on my, it's not even my delusional series. I just said, like, if I have a chance to pull the lightweight John Brzenk, I'll pull lightweight John Brzenk.
Well, it's a good resume,
Oh, look at
Boots,
that.
isn't it? Let's be honest.
Look at that forearm. Look at that forearm right there.
If he got more pumped just by talking, just me talking.
I don't know.
He's genuinely weighing this up. Engin's like,
Hold on, time out. We got
he is.
Engin.
Yeah, but
Engin's always, he wants to provocate, like, everybody to provocate stuff. I'm trying to get you to talk shit now, Engin. It's your turn.
Wait a minute. Let's just get a few specifics in. What weight are we talking about? Really?
78.
I mean, whoa, one second. When it depends on when, you know, like it depends. I'm eventually losing weight to make 85 kilo.
Right.
But I was like, maybe 5 days ago, I was 96. This morning I was 94 and a half. So to make 85, probably end of summer. Anything before that, I can be somewhere 85 and 90. But it depends, you know, where I don't want to.
So end of summer, what you're thinking? What's your definition of that? July, August?
I mean, I don't know. It depends. I don't know. In July, I have my event. I don't think I want to pull in my event, and like
I wouldn't want to pull you in your event. First, you're doing too much stuff. Second, referees would kill me. So
Come on. Oh,
Hey, haven't you listened to Travis Bajan? Travis Bajan tell the truth. Never pull Engi the turkey.
that guy is he doesn't know what he's talking about.
But June.
What do we have in June?
What weight? What
What is
weight
in
would be comfortable for? Like 85 is what you're aiming for. You're 90.
I can be 85 end of summer, like after July, like August or something. But
Okay.
if I have anything to do, in like maybe end of June or something, I can be like 88 or something. I can be.
Just do it at 90 and call it a day.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm so good looking right now. I don't want to mess that up. So,
You can be 85.
Wait.
Listen, you can gain 3-4 kg. I
Okay.
can lose 6.5 more kilo. You get stronger. I get weaker, and then you beat me.
I like
What's
that
the-
plan. That
Okay,
sounds
so
like
what's a
great plan.
viable catch weight? What's it? Give me some numbers.
87, 88, something in between. I think that would be something we could do.
There it is, Engin.
Mm.
87, 88 kilos.
Can you do that? Because
Could
I
you make
know
that?
it's the ice cream season.
No, I cannot eat ice cream anymore. My stomach hurts.
Really?
Really. I can drink cold. I cannot. I mean, yeah, my stomach. I don't know why. I think it's too much stress, especially after I started the East versus West thing. You guys know that the stress is really affecting the stomach. You know, yeah, like that. I really dislike about
What's made this
organizing
thing
events.
so big? It
What?
must be stress. I was just looking at my own stomach here, and I'm thinking, well, I'm struggling to get past it. And I was thinking to myself, is that what made this so big? It's stress.
I will tell you something. Anything. I think they have King of the Table in June, but I don't know if they would be interested. But
Oh, they would.
They would.
Anything,
100%.
anything in like
Hey.
around June, it would be competitive. You and I. Anything after that, more time, end of summer, then you wouldn't want to pull against me, and I wouldn't pull you.
So I would cancel everything I have planned, and I have planned like multiple competitions and some. I would cancel everything to pull that.
Well, you know what?
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Mm.
Let's go, Engin. Hey, listen, King of the Table is in June, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they would tell me that, like, we are not worth all that, events.
Get on the. Listen.
Yeah, 100%.
Take the call. 100%. Everybody would like. It's a good match.
As a King of Table announcer, I know exact date when it is.
Oh, get it done.
Yeah. And let's see what.
In fact, think of the benefits there, right? Ray's announced it at that event, Engin.
I will announce our match. I'm like, so Engin is really trying to protect his pronator. Oh no, it got compromised.
Don't have that, Engin.
Whenever like I'm in the competition mode, I don't like to talk too much. I just save it.
The funny thing, you will not be able to fall asleep.
Oh no. I'm just talking about like talking. Like I remember before I pulled those super matches with Mindaugas, I told him that, like, I'm gonna hit you like when we went to the dinner at the table before the event, normal dinner table, I said, I will exactly hit you right there. And no bullshitting. This is what I will do. Stop me if you can. I don't really talk bullshit. Like, I'm gonna do this, or like mind games, or it's just so bullshit. I just told him, this is exactly what I will do to you. And whenever I hit you, if you stop it, it's good for you. If you don't stop it, like, and then of course he couldn't stop, but just so I will also tell Ray where exactly we'll do. Yeah.
I'm interested, but Buddy Hale's wrench just came in with a suture. He's put, come on, Neil, let's get a poll going. Ray versus Engin. I'm probably gonna have to do that.
Hey, if if I'm not the underdog, you know nothing about arm wrestling. But this will if we can set this up, this will cure my clinical depression. So I'm really excited for that.
I honestly believe everybody would like to see that match. Yeah. Joking aside, if you go for that, who the frig doesn't want to see that? At a viable weight class, if you're fit, if the stem cells have worked and you're fit and you can get back in the mix, Engin, very good potential match, particularly in my opinion, where it would probably go, because I'm assuming that Ray's definitely going to try and get straps.
You'd think.
Yeah, like immediately. And in the strap could be good. Because I give the hand and wrist advantage to you, Engin. Very interested to see where your arm's at. Because if your arm's healed up...
Right above my hand and forearm.
Listen,
that's what your arm.
If your arm's healed up, and if your old ass can get in there and do it with stem cells, I am using you as a trial. And if
so you are saying that if I beat Ray, it will mean that stem cell worked.
You tell me. If you come out of that match, your arm's fine, and you're like, no. If you call me up after the match and you're like,
no, because you
seriously,
said
Fatty, my arm's
you
good.
will watch and then see if stem cell work or not, you know.
Yeah,
so,
and then I'm gonna. If they do, I'm in.
I didn't know stem cells when I beat Viorel Dobrin and before I got injured, like winning those 2 rounds, you know, against Arthur Makarov. I don't think, like, I have been pulling like this shape, you know, for like almost 2 decades, you know. So, but if stem cell helps, we will see, you know, we will see. But my bicep is the problem. Like today,
well, you tore it, didn't you, with Arthur?
Oh yeah. But today, when I did the 3 times this way and 3 times this way, this didn't hurt. But whenever I did this way, the right bicep really like burned. So I'm kind of afraid. But right now it doesn't. So I think that it needs to get stronger. You know, like we will see.
So I'm putting in this poll: who wins if the match happens? At what are we saying? 87 kilos, 88? What are we saying here?
87. I would try. 88. I guarantee. I wouldn't guarantee.
87, all right, 88.
I can try, but listen, I need to lose the weight anyways, you know. Like, look at
okay, I'm going to put 88 kilos.
Look at you.
If I can put Engin in shape, that's already like a win, right?
I'm interested to see what people think here.
Okay, where should I vote? I'm going to vote. I will be nice. I will vote for Ray right here.
I'll vote for Engin.
Yeah, let's see how that goes because... I genuinely interested.
They think I am favorites, you know. They have no idea.
I've been paying a lot of attention to this stem cell thing. I was asking about the stem cells at Devon, and
I need to get some stem cells.
You're fit. You're not damaged, are you?
No, but just for advantage.
I'm getting them so that my bloody wrist doesn't crack when I brush my fucking teeth. Never mind, arm wrestle someone.
Now I will not be able to fall asleep now.
Oh my God, this could happen.
Listen. Maybe tomorrow, when Don Idris hears about this,
he's like shit.
He'll definitely hear about this.
No, he will probably say that. Come on, you're not good enough for this. Yeah, and
no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure everybody will want to see the match. I should have put that in there. How many people want to see? Of course, people want to see the bloody match.
Yeah, guys, I don't want to be disrespectful to Ray, but it is none of like my dreams to beat Ray. I'm not saying I can beat him, but it is not. If I come back for arm wrestling, I'm not coming for Ray. For beginning, I can pull him, and if he's beating me, it just will give me an idea that I'm like I better stick with East versus West organization, because I will be coming to his match like 80%. I think that someone like David Samusha, someone like, like some other guys, like maybe Zolev or someone like
the Garlic.
Yeah. But I don't know, when I talk like this, maybe Ray is taken as disrespect. but it is not my intention. I just
It's
think
all
that,
disrespect hanging from now on. I just feel everything you said. It feels
yeah,
disrespect.
I kind of feel best on me is better than best of him. You know, this is what I believe, but I don't know how much I can bring to the table. So that is why I don't know.
Oh, you've just fueled that one. Listen, this is show 149, Engin. And in that
Those were the
entire
exact
period-
words I used in my lead up match to Ray.
Yeah.
Ray's going to be everybody's comeback match. That's going to be his new thing.
I don't think I've ever heard you disrespected like this, Ray. What the disrespect shown to Ray on this particular show tonight? What the fuck's going on?
Hey, you invited these people. I didn't invite them.
Didn't expect this, Ray. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually surprised.
Well,
Joking aside, will you put weight on again for that? Will you go
eventually
bigger?
someone should attack the nice guy, right?
Do you think you're going to go
The humble guy.
Are you going to go big
Humble.
again? So what?
Sorry?
Are you going to go big again for that? Because you can.
No. Maybe I'll try to eat up a little bit more because I've been cutting. So if this is set up, I'm not going to pull an East versus West qualifier. That's for sure. So I was cutting down for that to be 78 and just walk around like 79, something like that. So I'm not going to do that. Let's see tomorrow.
Oh, in that case, you have to do it in June or July then. Because you got arm wars in friggin' August. So we need to get it done. Get it done.
Yeah.
Engin.
Yeah, this is what I will do. You know, just like if I beat him, I will say, okay, like continue. Maybe you can do something. If Ray beats me, then I will just say that, like, better hang the gloves, you know, on the wall, you know. Yeah. So then Ray will go on like history as the guy who
that retired.
retired in Jersey.
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah.
That's the thing I want. Yeah.
Yeah. While I'm talking like this, I just can't wait to crush your hand and wrist, you know. Did I?
That's what we've been waiting on right there.
Oh, sorry. So I was just thinking, but did I say that?
That was out loud, that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came out.
I can't wait. Let's set this up. Let's set
He
this
knows
it
it.
done.
He knows it. He knows it. If I am anything near, he knows it. He knows it, and he's so scared of it. But he's just hoping that I won't be anywhere near there. But so you'll see. Oh, I can actually do some trash talking, huh? Wow.
Yeah, that's what we're late. That's what I.
Well, finally.
Listen, how long will it take to get this bloody thing confirmed? There's no way that this is not going to be made official soon. King of the Table, get a sniff of this. You know, what's the date, Ray, of the King of the Table gig in June?
June 24th.
June 24th. We are now. So basically, we're at April 23rd now.
Oh, exactly 2 months.
Yeah. Is that enough? That's enough. Of course it is.
For me, it's enough.
You've already started doing something.
We're gonna gain 4 kilo. I'm gonna lose 6.5 kilo, and then we will be ready for each other.
Oh, it's on. It's on now. So we got a super chat from Silky Wilkie. Can we get an impromptu press conference between the athletes? Mate, I think it's already started. I think it's already. So you're going to pull out. If this is confirmed, it's got to be confirmed in the next 2 weeks. You would not pull in the East versus West qualifier in Turkey and would focus 100% on Engin. That's what you'd do, Ray. You wouldn't go into, he's put Ray of Rage. So you would focus 100% on this Engin match. I'd get bigger, mate, if it was me.
Oh, well, of course. I don't want to get fat because it's for me
fat,
it's easy to get fat. So
I think you'll need to be strong, particularly stay in power and a strap.
Let's see. I don't even know if I can go to sleep, you know, and I'll just get done. I just like, hey, we had this crazy idea.
Yeah, and he's not joking. You're serious, aren't you, Engin?
About what? Pulling this?
You're serious about doing this, aren't you?
My friend, listen.
I'm serious.
My intention is like trying to become best at my weight class if I can.
Again.
You understand?
Retire.
Yeah. My this what, but I really cannot just go and pull the title holder of just say East versus West at 85 kilo without knowing where I am, and I need to really little bit breathe the stage. You understand? Like
Yep.
No matter you pull like 3 decades, you know, you really need to get a little bit used to. So if I can beat Ray, and then I still wouldn't want a title match directly, most likely. If I can beat him, I'm not saying I will beat him, but then I will do one more step. And if I can also pass that, this is my plan, then I would just say that, you know, like, yeah, so Douglas says that he's the next step. So
Hingen's lining up his ear. Listen, hey, if you crack Ray, here we go, all right? If you crack Ray, maybe Doug's your opponent in Arm Wars.
I don't know. We will see. I can't promise anything. Let me pull him first, and then we can think about it.
Interesting stuff. He's flexing at you, Rolly.
Yeah, whenever I say camera and then the subject is about something me competing, yeah, I can't stop that. That's what I do. Like at home, I also go. Like my wife hears that, you know, in like if I'm gonna pull Arthur Makarov or if I'm gonna pull Mindaugas or Viorel, like any time in the day, you know, I'm in a room, and then the people in home, they hear like I go like. And then wife says, you know, who are you pulling against? You know, in my mind, because I am imagining and then making those kind of sounds. You understand? Like, you know, because of like, you know, like it comes naturally. I don't pretend. I'm alone in the room, thinking, and making those kind of sounds. But I'm afraid that I will not be making those kind of sounds for Ray, because I don't think that spiritually will push my limits, you know.
Oh my God! Have you heard this? What's your spirit animal for Ray?
Look at this guy, 16 years old, looking like they like. I mean, like such a nice guy, you know. How can you be like, you know, for him, you know, like
you can't.
You can't. You're like, look at his smile. Look at the guy, you know, like. Like only what you can feel for him is just like something positive. You cannot hate him. You cannot dislike him. You cannot be angry with him. You know, just, you know.
I can't wait to tell Paul. I can't frigging wait to tell Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, the White Oak in the mother fluffing house. Paul, can you hear us yet? I know it's
I just got on. What's up, guys?
Have you been watching?
No.
Oh shit!
I've not been able to.
It's going off as usual on the fix. Paul, get this. So, while you've been away, we're working on a match. King of the Table.
Okay.
June. Engin versus Rolly Ray. 87 kilo catch weight. What do you think?
Engin, what kind of shape are you in, Engin? I see the forearm pictures.
Looks like me, but not quite that fat.
What did you say? Second thing you said?
I see the forearm pictures. What kind of shape are you in?
The weights that I am lifting. The pronator is 85, 90. Bicep is probably 70. And lats, generally at the table, 70, 75%.
Oh, man. Do you think Ray, can you hook Engin?
We will see on June 24.
That's all.
Oh, it's That's on. Awesome. Tell you what, bring it on.
Ooh.
The comeback of rage. Can't wait.
Is this official? Is this officially happening? That
in no way yet, but
no, we are just like talking.
Hey, listen,
the organizer doesn't have any idea. Maybe he already
knows.
Listen, you've got to will these things into existence, Paul.
I like it. Let's make it happen.
I just hope King of the Table has like three matches set up, and they just want to take 3, so they will get rid of 1 just to put us in.
Hey up, here we go. Engin's got a bit of action going.
Ray, you might need to
look, Engin,
need to rethink.
the stem cells are just kicking in for Engen right now. I mean, Engen's probably like 35 years old now.
Engen is just too stubborn to accept that he has been,
Don't worry, that's all of us. That's all of us.
Come on, you are just a newborn,
No, I mean, Engen, how old are you? I'm like only a couple years behind you.
Listen, Paul, I'm talking about the miles on the engine. I'm not talking
How old
about
are you, Paul Lynn?
I'm going to be 42.
He's 178 years old.
Yes, true.
Me and Engen, we're the same age.
You just use different skincare regime.
Ray got the Benjamin Button disease. He's aging
Yeah.
backwards.
He was baptized in the fountain of youth. That's what happened there. So here we go. Bionic Dan Plexman, thanks for your super chat, mates. But accept the facts, Ray. It's on. Yeah.
Oh, I accepted the facts long ago.
He's
About
wanting it,
17 minutes ago.
So, Buddy Hale with a super chat. He's put, thanks, Neil, for this legendary fix. Engen and Ray, cheers. Mate, it's all, hey, it could happen. It could happen. I think it bloody will happen. Troy, Bounce Fit, thanks for your super chat. He's put, hashtag Lethal Arms, hashtag Paul Lynn, hashtag Team West, and
Yeah, that's my
hashtag
guy.
Story Sasha. A lot
That's
of
my
support.
guy.
for
What's
Paul
up,
Lynn.
Troy?
Mate, where you at, Paul? Where's your training? We're closed now, 10 days out.
Oh, I'm really sore. I went out and trained with Todd Hutchings and his group. So bicep tendon and elbow really sore in a good way. I'm just gonna lay it down for 14 days now. I'm probably this will be my longest time without any real training. So
Am I the only one who can't see Paul?
Huh?
Is your camera on, Paul?
Yeah.
It's on because we're 5 here, so I don't. You're on phone.
Oh, maybe just you're off screen. Are you on a phone?
Yeah, that's why.
It's probably that.
He's looking amazing. That's what you wanted to know. He's looking
I
amazing.
figured he'd have his trap shirt on.
No. I saved that for
Coming all over. They're disappointed he's not coming.
It's
in
for
the trap
special
yet.
occasions only.
Oh shit! Wait a minute.
Rolly Ray, Engen, you want to hear the poll results? 14 minutes ago. This was posted.
19%. I'm pulling 19%.
19% say Rolly Ray will smack Engen about. 81% of people out of the 189 votes that we have had believe that Engen Terzi leathers Ray.
I take it as a disrespect.
19
Yeah.
is too much.
19% of people now.
Hey,
Engen.
imagine this
Someone
poll
needs to read the
disrespected both of us at the same time.
Listen, like it is like you should write like Engen's 80% versus Ray, then I would take it normal, just like whenever you write Engen and doesn't really specifically mention that 80% Engen, then when people are writing like 19% Ray is winning, I'm like,
Absolute quality. So we'll end that poll there. That was very interesting. So even though you're 175 years old when he fought, and raising the prime of his life, Forest form right now, 82 kilos, ripped to the bone, looks like a 5'9" hard-on with good hair, they still think that Engen can come out of retirement with his COVID cough and kick the crap out of Ray. What the?
okay, one guy wrote that I voted Ray by misclick. My friend, I think you can change your vote. Just go back. Oh, it's finished. It's finished. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I finished that poll, but it was roughly 81% versus 19%.
One guy wrote Engen gets flashed.
Tell you what, a high pressure match this. Who's got the most pressure here, Doug?
Oh God, definitely Engen.
Yeah,
Definitely.
the pressure would be on for sure.
Yeah.
Engen's weighing it up now. Engen's there thinking, what have I taught myself? Not even healed up yet.
Engen is making plans to just make Ray's hand and wrist to be out of service for the next 3 months, after the match.
Do not wreck him for August. Even
Let's go.
Hey,
I like it.
Connie Drees, get it sorted. King of the table, June. This could go to 24th of June.
I just want to say we had a lot of great episodes here on Fix. This is probably one of the
It's up
top
there.
5 of all time for sure.
It's up there. We're bringing him out of retirement. Engin, mate, this could start.
Imagine I'm bringing him
out
out of retirement and then I'm retiring him.
Don't
Yeah, it would be really good. Seriously, at least I would just, you know what I would do? I
Yeah,
would
you
just
like,
say, thank you very much, Ray,
yeah.
for waking me up to the reality.
And
you
then I
Hey.
go and lose to everyone.
Just on that,
Yeah, it would even make
Listen,
it better, you know. Even it
in
would make
the
it better
contract,
because-
though, Engin, you've got to have a clause that states that even if you lose to Ray, you still pull at Arm Wars.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
I will allow it.
Come on, Engin.
What was that?
We've got to have a clause in there. Otherwise, buggering myself up trying to do this. Listen, even if Ray beat you,
Yeah.
you still pull at Arm Wars. Again, not against Ray, unless you want a rematch. Unless
Nah,
you want an immediate rematch with Rolly
I
Ray.
wouldn't want it. No more arm wrestling. I would just come as
Oh,
a kid.
shut up,
No, but-
Engin.
Yeah. So tell Ray to be easy on me. So but just I'm just thinking this Ray top roll in my wrist.
I'm not gonna pay. No, top rolling. No.
Okay. But with that.
I will
short-
eat that pronator for lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
The short forearm is hooking me.
Yeah.
I'm pushing myself to him like me like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't like.
You're not as fast as you used to be.
Oh, just watch me with Arthur and Viorel Dobrin and
Oh,
also with
that was such a long time ago. It doesn't even count. It doesn't even count.
I will tell you something great.
This I'm
Even
facing
in my prime, I
Engin
never
Terzi
train for
12.0 version. So I'm facing this version.
the train. I never train for speed.
Yeah.
It's all here. But the only problem about my speed, if I cannot take you seriously, I can't be prepared here. That can be the reason. That's good. Yeah.
Paul is taking his shirt off for no reason.
It's hot. It's hot.
Our female viewer count's just gone up by
It
100
went
likes.
from 1 to 2.
I can't believe this. We've got so off topic. We came on here tonight to discuss Devon being massive and who was the biggest upset potential. And it's just not
Zero.
We got
talked
well
about-
off target again. We
Oh my
were talking about totally different things. We're talking about Devon being massive and who was the big. I've got to ask Paul though. Paul, topic we were discussing earlier on, right? Looking at all the people on this card, who do you believe is the biggest potential upset?
Upset.
If they were to pull off, who do you think is the biggest underdog, and who could pull off the most dramatic upset? At the moment, winning the vote is Doug.
Yeah, you know, I think it's either Doug, myself, or Brandon. I think it's one of the three of us. I think
Where's
Rob-
your confidence in yourself at, Paul? Do you see if you don't mind sharing that information, when you're at home on your own at night, no cameras, no interviews, no nothing, how confident are you in yourself? Do you feel like the underdog here? Do you feel like a hunter?
I do feel like the underdog, but I also am very confident this is the absolute best version of myself. Like based off of common denominators and barometers and getting to go out and work with Hutchings. Where I feel like I'm the best version of myself. I can't gauge that against an unknown quantity, but I'm very confident that I'm going to bring the best version of myself to the table. I'm going to be huge on the day of competition. I'm going to nail the weight cut. I'm going to do all those things, and I'm going to be the strongest version of myself. So I don't know where that adds up, but I'm very confident that this is going to be the strongest version. So
do you feel better when people underrate you, Paul?
Always.
Yeah, you like
and
that.
Even if I'm confident, even if I am confident, I'm constantly telling myself I'm not. I'm constantly telling myself that I'm not good enough and that person's better. I have to have that edge coming into the match.
What about you, Doug? Do you like people doubting you, or do you feel like you need that sort of affirmation? Do you feel like you like people to feel like you're going to win? Are you not bothered?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard for, I mean, with this match in particular, no, it depends on who I'm pulling. Honestly, if I'm pulling somebody that I feel like I'm just light years ahead of, then and they're picking the other guy, it's just, and I know I'm going to win that match.
Yeah,
it's a little annoying, but if, like in this match, I mean, it is what it is. Like I know I'm the underdog in this match, and I embrace that because it's a win-win situation. It's a win no lose situation, not really a win-win. It's a win no lose. I don't lose beating this guy. There's not a lot of guys that are beating him to begin with. I win. It's huge. Like I've got nothing. He's got everything to lose coming in this match. Like,
what about you in your own head? No, forget the opinions of others. Forget any of that. Would you feel if you gave this guy a battle but lost, would you walk away and feel happy? Or in your mind, have you already seen that your hand's raised and you win this match? Would you be pissed off if you lose?
Yeah, I'm not going to be happy if I lose at all. Like I probably disappear for a little while, won't be able to watch a little, I'll be back. I'm saying that night I'll be back to watch my buddies pool, but I might have to, that if I look over and see the disappointment on Engen's face, then that's going to hurt even worse. It's going to be like a dagger. Like, oh, I let him down. But no, I'll be pissed. I mean, I don't like to lose. I fucking hate to lose. It's the worst. It's the worst feeling. Yeah. So if it's a battle, it's a war, then I can, it lessens it. I'll still be pissed, but it's Daniel Prokopchuk, I mean, the dude's special, man.
Yeah. Do you feel like, I think the common feeling is that, and correct me, any of the lads that are on the call, if you feel that this isn't the case, but I feel like there is a common theme running through the aspiration for your match that you've got to finish the bloke quick. I think that a lot of people are of that opinion, of that mindset. They think, well, if Doug's going to get him, because of what we've seen with such as, let's say, Mindigus. We were going to talk about this earlier. So Mindigus has had some success with Daniel's wrist, but has never managed to finish the match from there. And we spent so long talking about what could be done.
Not never. He beat him in Istanbul.
Yeah, but most of the time they've pulled many times, and he struggles. Now, and particularly in a super match scenario, and at East versus West, for whatever reason, there are people that believe that this is going to be a stronger version of Daniel. Not least of which, the consideration would be that he's bigger than he would be anywhere else. You see him at the WAF at the EAF. He's not going to be this big. This is going to be a bigger, more powerful version of the man that everybody knows is that good. Do you feel like you can emulate what Mindigus did to him in terms of get the hand and wrist, and then you've just got more horsepower and could finish it from there? Or do you not necessarily see yourself going for that?
I don't want to give away too much, but I don't feel like, I don't think that's the lane I'm attacking out the gate. So it's in the bag. I'll see what I'm going to have to grip up with him first. Yeah. Because I've got a couple lanes I can go, but he is awkward in the setup from what I hear.
Yes.
So I'll make the decision when I grip up with him, which lane I really want to go in first. But I have a plan A that if I'm able to get in that spot, I think I win. And I think he's going to have to make the adjustments, because there is a lane that I know I'm stronger than him in. So he said he's going to hook me on Engen's channel. He said he's going to hook me. He's like, we could go to the straps every time and we can hook every match. And he told his translator said Daniel said he's going to hook you. So I think I know where he's going.
Do that.
He doesn't seem like a guy that likes to bullshit. I mean, he seems like Engen was talking about earlier when he told Mindagus which lane he was going to go in, and just told him, and maybe we'll see if you can stop it. I think he's doing the same to me. He said, I'm going to hook you and you stop it.
Kind of like what Ray just said to Engen when he said, I just eat your pronation for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And Engin just took it, stoic.
Yeah, the short arm trying to hook my pronator. I will try to convince myself, believe it.
Yeah, try and talk yourself into it. Is he dangerous, Engin, if he gets straps every time? Can he put fatigue on your arm?
I don't know. He can ask. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he can ask Arthur if it was in the strap. It was like especially the fresh matches or second super match.
Yeah,
it depends. You know how good I am. If I am good, if I'm ready, I would probably lift him off from the table. You know.
If Engin can get anywhere close to what he was, Ray stands no chance. But there's very few people that do. That's no disrespect to Ray. I mean, fuck, dude, this is Engin Tersey. Like, this isn't me kissing his ass or brown nosing or nothing. This is dead ass serious.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But also it's true.
A little bit, just a little bit. Bring me back. I want to come back. Now, anyway, so no, it is all joking aside. I mean, he's on the Mount Rushmore. He's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
you know,
he's going to take. It's difficult to do a lot with his hand and wrist. That's for damn sure.
Fuck. Look what he used to do in all the weight classes, man. He used to run through everything from 100 pounds to fucking 300 pounds.
We will see. We will see. No need, so much, but we will see. Yeah.
So, Doug, are we talking that you think the 19% is too big? Do you?
If he gets anywhere close to what he was, yeah. I mean, they're giving Ray more of a chance to beat Engin than I had to beat Ray.
If Rolly Ray and Engin was on the East versus West card coming up, would Ray be the biggest underdog on the card?
Probably.
If he showed up, yeah. I mean,
maybe.
What was the question?
I said if you were pulling, right, let's just theoretically say that you were pulling Rolly on the forthcoming East versus West card. Is he then a bigger outsider for the upset than Doug is now against Daniel, and then Paul is against Sasha?
Which Engin?
That motherfucker.
For all the viewers just joining us, welcome to the roast of Rolly Ray.
No,
he's part in it. He honestly, Ray, I tell you what, you showed up, you've done your hair.
Engin the pull, just say Viorel Dobrin. I think Ray would need
2 hands, Ray. He's saying.
Ray, don't you be coming for my underdog status, Ray. Don't you take that from me. I need that.
I won't be that Engin in June. I will never be, maybe. I don't know, but I can be 80% of that. So
I'll take 80% Engin. I'll take 80% Engin. You can tell me whatever you did. That was different, Engin. Engin 12.0.
That I agree with you. That I agree. That different. Trust me. The way that I'm lifting, everything, and then at that time only Engin the arm master. Now split the Engin organizer, but listen, from May 6th to June 24th, it's 1.5 months, a little bit more even. So I can be a little bit more of athlete Engin than organizer Engin.
Let's see. I hope so. I hope so. Both of us definitely have their strengths and their weaknesses, and my strength is the endurance, and I will try to make you as tired as I humanly possibly can for those 6 rounds.
That's going to be the question.
That will be my definite game plan.
However, I mean, I think a lot of people would definitely see Engin as, if he can get to that peak level, that his hand and wrist is going to be a massive favorite. But can you train that endurance back in 2 months if you've been not arm wrestling for a long time?
Ray, do you think that, for example, Viorel Dobrin has bad endurance? Or do you think Mindagos has bad endurance? So when something overwhelming is happening, the endurance never plays a role. In fact, the 5th round, I even let Mindagos to go here. I did the same thing, waited for Viorel. But it is not because my endurance was better. But when something is happening 4 rounds in a row, so strong on your arm. It's like you can lift 35 kilo, but 40 kilo dumbbell is hitting your arm all the time. You get so
I know.
destroyed,
hey,
and
Engin,
it doesn't even come to the endurance game.
If you let me get there, it's your mistake. It's your mistake.
Just ask me. Just ask me in a kind way that, you know, Engin, can you please get me there, you know, and then I can think about it.
You'll send it to your lawyers and they'll get back to my management and we'll talk about it.
But listen, after certain rounds, 4-0, then I will probably let you do anything you want at the table.
Ray, don't you worry, Ray. I'm still supporting you. Our agreement still stands. I got you back. I'll give you a poll vote.
Tell you what.
I like that, but I don't need it. This is all the motivation I need. My clinical depression has been cured. I feel excellent. As soon as we finished, I'm heading to the gym.
Immediately. No, yeah. Cancel his involvement.
It's 1:28 a.m.
Yo, oh my God, it's on now.
I'm coming to Latvia to train with Ray.
I was going to close the show down and then this motherfucker rolls in.
Style in the snow.
I actually need to go to sleep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, sometimes timing's everything, and up pops Rob.
Oh, man, I got to tell you what. I didn't know the chat was that fun. I was over here rolling my ass off. The chat's actually fun. Now I know why people pirate videos. Pirate streams. That shit was hilarious.
Hey,
you see why the live commentating's so good?
Oh my God! Somebody changed their name to my shattered dick tip. It had me rolling.
So you've been listening, obviously, mate. It's going
no,
off.
No, I just jumped in the car. I asked when the fix was because we got stuck in an accident for traffic.
Mate, we're trying to tee up a match between Engin and Rolly Ray. At 87 kilos.
Engin and Ray are pulling when?
Well, they're not, but we're trying to tee it up. So,
well,
listen. Listen. You never know. If you garner enough interest, you can will these things into existence, right? So as far as we're concerned, these two started off the other day. Rolly went onto Engin's channel. Something happened. Next thing you know, they're talking about a potential matchup. Well, it'd be a shame to waste it. Engin's had stem cells. He wants to lose weight for summer. King of the Table's coming in June. It's on.
King of the Table.
All we've got to do is get King of the Table to agree to that.
Well, I mean, given the social media and all that shit, that's fun. But I think you guys should make it a four-way, really. Make it a real circus. Right? You're gonna find a couple more clowns for Engin to slap around.
Oh, holy shit, Ray!
No, that's not a knock on Ray. I just think that
it is.
I think that you gotta get more players in the game to make it fun. That's like it's almost
Ray.
a circus.
This is not.
Yeah, I know it came across wrong, Heather. I didn't mean it that way, Ray. You're not a clown. You're a good puller.
Bloody hell!
I've got scolded.
That was like.
I didn't mean it that way. I apologize.
Even Rob, you know when it's bad when Rob feels bad.
I do.
Neil, Rob is talking so quick. I don't understand. What did he say that Ray was so shocked?
He said,
don't repeat it.
Yeah, I know. Do you really want? I'll message it you, Engin. I'll message it you privately because it's that bad on Ray that I can't.
This is the best episode
I can't bring myself to say it again.
Okay. Because this guy has very high level IQ, and then he can put his thoughts so quickly. You know, everything comes, and then
listen.
And yeah, I mean, talking about
whatever the smartest guy that's ever been on the show.
I agree with you. I know what he said.
All I'm telling you is this: it can happen. 87 kilograms. We had a poll, Rob. It was 19% said that Rolly Ray can beat Engin, like and 81% said that Engin wins. Is that a fair estimation? 19%.
You're asking me?
Yeah. Or would you say that is understating it? Engin was offended by that.
We both were offended.
You're both offended in one poll.
Yeah. I already did like 5 apologies. All I'm saying is that sounds like a great match at King of the Table. I love that match.
I will choke you.
I'm gonna get. I've been actually on a podcast with Paul Lynn for like 3 times now, and I've learned how to rewind and be politically correct.
There we go.
He told me if you ever get in trouble, if you ever get in real deep water, just fucking crack up and smile.
Yeah, I feel like you've learned a lot of that etiquette while on this show. The night that Ray had control of the show, and Ray buggered off and shut the show down when I got kicked off my own show. Bloody unbelievable, the stuff that happens to me on here.
I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm definitely I'm far from perfect, but I do think that, hey, I don't think that there's such a thing as a bad arm wrestling match. If 2 guys want to pull each other, maybe one guy knows something the other guy doesn't, and maybe he knows something the rest of the world doesn't, and he wants to show it. So I'm in support for, if a guy wants to eat it, eat it. Like that elitist mentality in reality, if we're having real talk, of like, you can't pull me up too good for you. It's like, well, show me. Maybe I got something for you don't know about yet. Maybe I got a little something you haven't tried. So fuck it. I mean, if a promoter wants to put it on, I think all matches are good. If somebody can, I mean, like Engen said, he's just he's not in the same form that we talk about from the past. Maybe he will be. Ray's probably hungry to get back on the wagon. Run it.
It's on. Oh, listen, all we got to do, and you guys in the chat can assist. If you want to see this match as well, fire those messages over to King of the Table. Tell them, June, this is what should happen. Rolly Ray should pull Engen. Ideally at 87 or 88 kilos.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I just messaged Donnie this. He said, I'm not worth of pulling at his event. So
you're not worthy.
Will say about me, because maybe he just doesn't like you.
What does that say about Ray? Jesus, if you want
I'm
to
just joking.
Ray.
No, I just hope they will set up a match for. I hope they will set up a match for Levin or Devin, and then they're like, oh, there's a chance to put on Ray versus Engen, and they scrap that match and put us on.
Listen, if they know that the people want to see it, that's all they're worried about, because they need the pay-per-view. If they know that the people want to see it, then it shall be so. And I personally think that that's what's going to happen. I think that people will see this, they're going to be like, we can't not let this happen.
Oh, I need charger.
It's got to. He's already training then.
He's going to go get his falafel burger.
Mate, he's working his pronation. He's in the back now. You know.
Yeah.
Got his bands on, Ray. Don't let me down, Ray.
Oh my God, I cry.
Right, so Devin's classic finger.
Why he does the King of the Table? Why is he got to do the King of the Table when he's his own promoter of the biggest events?
Hey, listen, he's
pulling Engen on his event.
Do it at his event. Listen, if King of the Table won't,
he needs a break.
I'll do it. All right. If they don't want to do it, I'm in. I'll do it.
We can pull at my house, Arm Wars.
That's what we'll do. They don't want it. They don't want it. It's on. So Devin's classy finger with the super chat. Best fix ever. Mate, it's warming up. Silky Wilkie has just come in with a super chat. But hey, RVJ, sorry about your shattered dick. Crunchy. Let's call it real thing. Also
I have rebounded back to 100%.
Yeah. Also unrelated. But your face reminds me of an Arctic owl.
I didn't hear that one, but I probably don't.
He's put also unrelated, but your face reminds him of an Arctic owl. I'm going to look up an Arctic owl.
What?
Hey, I've definitely been called worse.
I don't even know what that looks like.
I'm looking it up, mate, right now. I'm going on to Arctic owl. Oh my God, Rob.
There is a resemblance.
Oh, Ray.
I found my spirit animal.
Ray, I'm sending it, Ray. I'm sending it, Ray. Get it up here, because you're the technical director. This is coming over. Are you ready? I'll send it to Rolly, and Rolly show everybody the Arctic Owl. Get that over. There we go. Try and get that. Oh, you bastard. Ignore that one, Ray. I'm sending it now. You just talk among yourselves, lads. I'll tee up the Arctic Owl over to Rolly.
Neil just accidentally sent a dick pic.
No, it wasn't a dick pic.
It's not the first time. It's not the first time. It's not even the first time today.
I'll blow it up as well. Hang on.
And it's just 1:37 a.m. So
No photo.
Yeah, too early. That's a sec. Hang on. I think this is a pretty good representation of an Arctic Owl. I'll just
the last one. Or are you gonna send me another one?
It should have. Yeah. Let's just see if this one's better. You tell me, and we'll put this in. Okay. Right. So Silky Wilkie just said, "This is the one. This is Rob. See if we've got any likenesses here. Fire that up, Ray. The Arctic Owl." Let's have a look.
It is stupid.
What do you mean? It's an Arctic Owl. It's a rare animal.
It is stupid.
Bionic Downplex was coming. Is the Arctic Owl a Muppet? No, it's a real thing. It's a real bird. It's a real bird, Dan. There it is. There it is. The Arctic Owl, ladies and gentlemen. It's just popped up. Down Rolly Ray. Can you see that? Arctic Owl. What do you think? Look at Rob.
Rob, do you see it?
No. But I can Google it. I actually have a thing called Google. I'm good to go.
I feel like everybody's taking shit on here tonight. So here we go. Joe with a super chat. Thanks, mate. He's put, would Engin make Ray pin himself?
He couldn't. He definitely couldn't. No.
Look at him.
Oh.
You think, Engin?
Nah, he's such a nice guy.
Yes.
Too nice for that.
But I would if I get a chance, I'll make you pin yourself.
Yeah, I'm not a nice guy. I deserve it.
Let's have a look here. Paul Italia Cigar with the super chat. He's put, will we ever see Vrej at East versus West or a dark card? I would definitely have Vrej. There's a number of matches that would be great for him. What about that East versus West opportunity for Vrej? Did he go to any of the qualifiers?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Unbelievably entertaining. Puller gets into some screaming, stupid matches. Is he a guy that's on your radar for East versus West, Engin?
Engin Vrez.
Hey guys, it's so freaking late. It's almost 2 a.m. I gotta leave.
Listen, we are going to wrap this show.
Roast of me. I thank you. I love you all. We only roast the ones with love.
Yeah, we are going to wrap this show up in a couple of minutes. Paul Edgar's just coming with a super chat. But great show, guys. One of the best ever. Mate, glad you enjoyed it. We're going to knock it on the head in a minute because Ray has got to get some sleep. He doesn't look like that for nothing. He's got to get his beauty sleep. But remember, this is where it went down. The Fix 149. It's the making of something wonderful. We need you guys in the chat to get on there and message Core Sports. Let them know. King of the Table, 24th of June. We can make this thing happen. Engin the Enigma of Rage Terzi, 178 years old, coming out of retirement, stem celled off his tits to pull the
5 years old kid
against the Enigma of Age. Rolly Ray approaching his 17th birthday. And at which point,
I could be 14. Yep. I could be 27.
Could be 14, could be 27. Could he hook in the straps and beat the Enigma of Rage? Hopefully not, because that prevents Engin coming back and pulling arm wars. We'll get that clause in the contract. Don't you worry about that. Let them know, guys, you want to see it. Let them know to put it on. King of the Table, 24th of June. I want to say a massive thanks to everybody who's taken the time to tune in and check out the show tonight. Remember, if you're not subscribed to the Voice of Arm Wrestling, get over there. If you are not following Doug Ehrlich on Instagram, you're missing out. If you're not subbed to Rob Vigent Jr.'s channel, you may be missing out on the most entertaining content in the world, never mind arm wrestling. Paul Lynn, Lethal Arms, get over there and show this guy some love. He's only about 10 days out from pulling against arguably the most dangerous man in the weight class in defense of his title. What a match. And we've already told you the biggest underdog potentially on the card, Doug Ehrlich. Does he look relaxed? Chilled and ready. Engin Terzi is going to be putting on the biggest arm wrestling event of the summer. It's East versus West. It's coming. It's very, very soon. We'll have our last wrap-up thoughts and suggestions next week here on the Fix 150. And remember, there's something else coming. It's Terzi versus Lipinge. Let's fucking go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like the show, please give us a like, give us a sub, give us a share. And until we see you next time on The Fix, take it easy, peeps.
Take care, guys. Take care.
Yeah.
Good stuff.